So Nigrex is walking back to the guild hall. What time is it actually, Dim?
You'll say once been an hour that's passed.
So about 3 or 4?
3 or 4, yeah.
Okay. Right, so Nigrex's intention is to go back to the guild hall and check jobs, unless anyone wants to do anything first.
I don't have anything planned.
I'll come back with my disguise off.
Walking down the street towards the guild hall, you can hear raised voices. They get louder and louder as you get closer to the guild hall. There are a few people standing in the street and looking towards the building.
Who sees this, sorry, Dim?
Say again?
Who sees it? Is this all of us who see this, or...?
All of you.
I'm ahead, so I don't know if I would have seen it first.
Just you'd see it first, because you're ahead.
So, are they looking at the guild hall?
Yes.
Shouting at somebody in the guild hall, or are they just watching the building?
No, shouting inside of it. They're looking at the building.
They're shouting inside the guild hall. Okay. Nigrex hearing shouting inside of the guild hall. If the others are near him, he'll kind of just look behind, and he'll just say quickly, "I'm going to go on ahead. This seems like there could be trouble." And he will not sprint, but he'll kind of like move at a slightly accelerated walking pace to get inside the building.
Can we tell who the voices are?
You can roll your intelligence if you want. As you're approaching.
Yeah, sure.
You haven't got a clue.
Okay.
I guess I'll move towards the guild too. Have a hand ready. I'll just a hand ready on my sword.
As you get past the front gate, you can see someone standing with their back towards you, shouting at Cerner behind the desk. I want to goddamn see them right now! I do not mean later, I do not mean tonight, I mean now. Where are they? As you approach, the person turns around and points out back out the door. I will not leave this place until they're here. I need goddamn answers right now. Cerner is just kind of gesturing him to just calm down. It's okay. I'm sure they'll be back anytime. I don't know what they did, but I'm sure they'll be willing to pay the costs, whatever it was.
Okay. Doom, how close are we when we hear this conversation?
Let's say you're just outside the doors, so you're going to be like about 20, 50 foot away.
Right. Is the door open, or are we only hearing this?
The doors are wide open.
Right, if the door's wide open, would it be reasonable to say that even from a distance I would be able to Nigrex would be able to see the figure that Cerner's talking to?
Yes, though his back is to you.
Can I see how they're dressed?
He's in robes of Elder.
Right, okay. Nigrex, seeing that and hearing that conversation, is going to turn around and he is going to he's going to convene on the others. Kind of like walking a little bit away from the guild hall, kind of ushering them back if he sees them approach.
Okay.
What is it? What's
Right.
going on in there?
Right, so Nigrex will say to the others, there's a cultist in there asking for us, presumably. He's harassing Cerner, but...
Did they actually hear him ask for us specifically?
Oh, sorry, what did you say, Clint?
Did you actually hear him ask for us specifically?
No. Well, considering the timing of it, I think we don't really have to think very hard regarding what he will probably be there for. Nigrex will say in a very hushed tone when he says this, it's very likely that they found the body.
Soon? How could they?
Eldef has influence, Simeon, as much as we don't like it. Let's not keep standing here. We need to move a little bit further away for now. As a matter of fact, Doom, are there any back alleys that we can access the guild hall from the back?
Yes, to the
guess
left
if you
as
go
well.
through the
isn't it?
What, sorry?
To the left, if we go through a gate, if you want to into the grounds.
Oh, if we went into that gate, would the crowd see us?
So they've already seen you either way.
No, but I mean, so that would be in view of the crowd if we went that way, is what I meant to say.
Yep.
So, yeah, if they were looking out for us, they could give a description. Are there any other ways into there that we know of?
There is a back way into the grounds as well. You just need to go further along a few houses to go up an alley.
Okay, Nigrex is going to direct. Actually, let me just think about this a moment. Nigrex will direct the guys to go into the side alleys and kind of start heading back up towards that back gate.
As you start moving away, you hear the shouting continuing.
Getting louder,
Yes,
same
I
volume.
know that you have tieflings here. I've seen them myself. I've seen the whores that you keep and you shelter. It's bad enough that
No,
you have
correct.
them here when they should be giving cleansing ceremonies, like you know they should.
No, Grex, this sounds like it's getting quite out of hand. You sure don't want to intervene at the front?
Nigrex thinks for a moment and he says, yes, you're probably right. It's going to take too long, isn't it, to go around the back. I was thinking we could go in the guild hall from behind and maybe use the disguise again to see if we can lure him away. That would probably be our best chance. In fact, Flint, use the disguise now. See if you can distract him at the front. We'll go around the back.
I'm not the most charismatic individual when it comes to distractions.
You just need to keep the man talking and, well, the item is already affixed to you. We don't really have a lot of time, Flint, so make your decision now.
I'll pop the hat on.
Actually, as before he does that, I'll kind of just move him into one of the alleys and just say, just make sure no one sees you when you transform.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll let
Get it.
Hardy with the alleys,
Okay.
put the hat on and come back out.
Right, and as soon as Flint moves out, I'm going to direct Simeon and Finian to come with Nigrex to go around the back of the guild hall as Flint goes in.
Okie dokie. So Flint, what do you do? And how do you look?
Same persona as before, I guess.
Okie dokie.
I see there's a ruckus here at the entrance. Can you
The
imagine what is
person
missing?
in the robes briefly turns around and looks at you. And then Cerna will look at you. Yes, sorry. Like, we're not currently taking new applicants.
that's-
Sir, please just calm down. What is it that they have done? What do you mean, what they have done? The accusations that they have thrown at us? It's preposterous. We're a goddamn church of peace.
Using the phrase "goddamn." Okay.
Oh, what accusations are these?
Guild members of this particular renegade bunch are claiming that my church kills children.
Quite a claim. Do they have any proof to back that up?
Yes. Do you have proof to back it up? Or do you just like to throw accusations of this around?
It seems if
Cerna
they
is a
had.
bit.
It seems if they had no reasonable proof, you are creating this ruckus for nothing.
I will not
Fab-
have my god besmirched by hooligans like this. Say by this point, you guys have also made your way around the back of the guild hall, and you're about coming in through the back entrance.
If your god is a god of peace, like you say, surely you would take a more diplomatic approach instead of this.
This is a diplomatic approach. I want explanations from these hooligans immediately why they think they can throw such accusations around.
Yeah.
I have been a priest of this clergy for over 30 years. And never once have I seen anything of this sort. Yes, we do not like tieflings. Yes, some of our members are sometimes violent towards them. We do not hold masses to kill children. We cleanse children through spells and revert them to a human or elf form, depending on their blood.
Oh, this sounds like quite powerful magic. Being a high elf myself, I'd be very interested in knowing how it works.
I do not use magic myself. I am a priest. I devote myself to Eldath. I've not been gifted with powers. I cannot summon lightning. I cannot throw fire. I can't raise the dead. As much as I would love that so many times.
Doom, did you say that we're at the back at this point?
Yes.
Can we overhear this? I know.
Yeah, you can overhear this because he will be shouting it.
Have you
Right.
tried writing them a letter? Maybe they can respond that way when they are actually in the guild. I've heard great stories about this, Kings of the Craft. Maybe they're simply not in town.
Zerna has her eyebrow raised. Who are you?
The quick question: the message rack. When you send a message, does it say it out loud or is it
It's
just?
yeah, it was an out loud
it was-
message.
It's an out
yeah.
loud. Fuck.
Yeah, that I was thinking of something like that, but actually, I don't know if don't think I've got anything.
If you even gave someone the other pair to that rock. I can't. Did you hand them out at the time?
I think we bought
I've
two
got
pairs.
well, Nargrax has got one, Simeon has the other, so that's going to be quite useless in this situation.
One was sending, one was receiving specifically.
So I would have had the receiving voucher.
I didn't look into tampering with it yet.
Okay.
Do
Just,
you think he's talking about us?
I'm not too sure to be honest.
How are you certain that these men are from this guild?
Who did we accuse of killing children?
Right.
Your guildmaster received reports from the misadventures of a little group called the Hammerhands,
Oh.
and he has been speaking with the town guard, as well as the leaders of the town. They have sent people to investigate. We've had people, for some godforsaken reason, going down the well in the center, where we throw tribute coins.
Hammerhands? Wasn't that a group of bandits a while ago?
Well, that would certainly explain a
Nargrax
lot.
has to hold me back. Bandits.
Wait, so like I put Nargrax will put his hand over Simeon's mouth. Right.
We want mercenaries, we're not bandits.
Dude, can I just ask you a question?
Go ahead.
From the front desk, if let's say me and Simeon was to go upstairs, would we be seen from this angle?
You'll probably be seen. He is currently around about the.
Let me just look at the map.
Move my token about that.
Right. Okay, I just want to see what the distance of this is. Doom, is this accurate?
Yeah.
Right. Right. What I want to do in that case, Nargrax is going to like hold Simeon back. He's going to take him into this room here.
Okay.
Right.
And you are now sat in the women's toilets.
Fine. It's yeah. He doesn't really care right now. Actually, no. That could be used against us if we're going to go to the male toilets. I don't. Yeah, that's. I don't want to mess this up. Right. So, Nargrax is going to sort of like cover his mouth a little bit as he does this. He's going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Although, do you want me to give you that in the chat if you want to know what
I
it is?
think that's basically said. That must be true.
Yeah, so he's going to cast that. Now, I do believe that anyone anyone who's affected is aware of the spell, aren't they?
It would say so in the spell description.
Let me just double check. Creature that enters the spell's area, so it's 60 foot.
Mhm.
So that would cover
Yep.
sort of the whole guild hall, essentially. So, like on a failsafe, so can't speak a deliberate lie within the radius. You know, whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the bounds of the truth. Okay, so Nagrex is going to cast that, and then
What save was it? Sorry.
I beg your pardon. It is a charisma, needs to be a 15. So technically, that's going to affect everyone. So we all need to roll charisma saving throws.
Yeah, good job I was muted there because I didn't say any nice things towards you there, Bug.
Right. So meets it beats it for Nagrax. Flint is affected. Simeon is affected. Is that your roll too, Doom? Oh, did you roll? Wait.
Everyone in the guild
Oh,
hall.
holy shit.
Are you rolling for everyone in the building, Doom?
Maybe.
Right. Now, it does say that I know who made or passed their saving throws. So do I know if the Eldef Priest passed his save or not?
He failed.
He failed. Okay. So after Nagrex does this, he's immediately going to pull Simeon outside of the guild hall back towards the back entrance.
What are you?
So Nagrex just shushes him, and then he's going to cast. One moment. So he's going to cast Sending. Do you want me to give you the description for that, Doom? So this basically allows a short message up to 25 words to be sent to a creature which I'm familiar with, and the range is unlimited. Because Flint failed his spell, he won't be aware of Zone of Truth fully.
Nope.
So that's why I'm doing this. Okay. So Flint, you hear Nagrax's voice in your head for a few moments, and he just says, "Don't be alarmed. I'm just counting because it has to be 25. This man will now speak the truth. Ask him as many questions as you can." And then the message ends.
I want some goddamn answers right now. Where are they?
Actually, Doom, do I know if Cerna passed?
She did.
Okay. So I don't need
She
to
got
send
that
another.
one.
Yep, just make sure I don't need to send a message to her because she's part of this conversation. Okay. Nagrax is going to move just so he's close enough to the guild hall to hear the conversation, but not close enough that they'll be seen.
And because I failed, I do have to say the truth.
But you can also ask him questions too.
I've been waiting here for an hour now. Yes, I know you've been waiting here for an hour. I've been here as well. Where are the bandits that you are sheltering?
I don't think a fine establishment like this would house bandits. From what I understand, the final member of the group is due to be executed in a couple of months' time. What's the name of the sitter?
Found.
Found.
In Faln, I believe.
Ah, yes. I've heard of what is his name? Bric-a-brac. Whatever his name was. It's not important.
That damn stickle bricks.
Where did that noise come from?
Why are you here anyway?
Is that question said to me?
Yep.
No, I just heard this ruckus from the street and wanted to know what it was about.
Cerner will speak. But would you mind just... We're not taking applicants at the moment. It's kind of a bit weird. You might start drawing a crowd. We could probably do that, a crowd. No. Let's get a crowd. Let's get everyone around here. You know, we all want to know why you are hurling accusations at the church.
Do these accusations have any truth to them?
What do you mean, do they have any truth to them? Of course they do not have any truth to them. The very idea of murdering children goes against the very idea of peace.
Yes, quite. So there's no need for such a ruckus, if nothing of this is true. I'm sure that you can inform the relevant authorities, and this matter can be dealt with in the correct, lawful way.
I really am not happy. And you... He points to Cerner. You have a lot to answer for. And so do these bandits that you like to house. With that, he'll turn around. I've wasted enough time here. I must attend a sermon. And he'll walk away, storming out. As he does this, Nagrax and Simeon can roll perception.
Doom, could
Simeon sees everything.
I was just about to say, Doom, could I give myself guidance on this?
Sure, yeah.
Might as well.
Okay.
That, well, wait, what did I get? I didn't actually... 10. Well, I mean, Simeon sees something. I'll roll a d4 just for the heck of it. Yeah,
You've
14.
got max roll.
14.
Nice.
Simeon, as you watch him leave and storm down the street in a bit of a huff, you do see a few members of the crowd peel away to follow him from a distance, also wearing Eldef robes. They don't interact with him. He doesn't seem to know they're there, and they keep, I'd probably say, at least 50-foot distance between them.
Were they all wearing the same kind of robes as the priest guy?
The priest was more ornate. He also had kind of like, not a scarf, but the kind of thing that a priest has that goes over the shoulders and down the front.
Right.
Don't know what it's called.
No, that's the heart.
I know what you mean, but I don't know the name for it.
And you know, given you got that 20, you also saw a little kid pickpocketing a random stranger that was watching.
Eh.
Can I slyly flash my guild token towards Cerner so no one else sees it? If there's a crowd still watching outside?
When you do so, all she sees is a guild token suddenly materialize out of your form and then go back into it.
Hmm.
And she's just kind of looking down at it and looking back at you. What?
Do you think it's safe to go in now?
Is there a place I can change where I won't be noticed?
We are not a changing room.
I
I
think hearing this, Nagrax is going to kind of... He's not going to walk in, he's going to kind of like peer around the corner and just try to get Cerner's attention.
sees your head suddenly loom around the corner. Hi. Nagrax.
It's Flint, Cerner. Just so you know.
There are
Oh.
people around, Nogrex. People.
Do you mind if you just come around the corner for a moment, Cerner? We can explain everything.
Sure, that's not suspicious at all.
I'm
She kind of has her hand on a dragger hilt on a belt. Moves out.
okay. Fine, Cerner. I apologize. Nigrex will step around the corner and he'll say, "We heard the commotion from outside. I sent Flint on ahead to see what the man was inquiring about. Well, obviously, we don't really know, considering what we saw with Aldef, whether they were actually coming in peace or, well, to do something else. We've seen them commit heinous acts, and, well, we wanted to have some time to move in from behind the guild hall, just in case there was any danger."
I see. I suppose that was good thinking.
I'm not the most charismatic individual, so I don't know why they chose me for this.
It was
You have the hat.
It was simply that it's an item that changes one's appearance. Flint acquired it earlier on, and it seemed quite fortuitous. We seem to have found a use for it almost immediately.
Are people watching us at this moment in time?
Crowds outside have begun to disperse that we're watching.
Um,
The guild members are generally looking over towards you guys. Though.
just to say, Nigrex is avoiding standing near the doorway because that's wide open, from what you said. But I'm guessing they can hear this explanation too.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now you've announced it to the guild, I may as well just take the thing off. Take the hat off.
Nigrex will hold his hand out for the hat.
Pass it back.
So, Nigrex will continue to say, "I cast Zone of Truth while we were outside. I was curious to see whether that man actually was telling the truth, and strangely it seemed that it was. He was completely honest in what he was saying."
He's a legitimate member of the church and not one of these fanatics.
It's a very big church. The more recent changes are, well, I suppose you can consider it like how something suddenly becomes popular.
Perhaps he was actually a member who practiced the proper tenets of their faith.
Possibly. You can definitely understand his anger. Though...
It does not change what we saw.
Killing children?
That's probably not a conversation for... And Nigrex looks over to the other guild members and just says, "It's probably not a conversation to be had casually in public, Cerner."
Should all be in the report Frank made.
The guildmaster takes those. What have you got yourselves into? And with that, we're going to end the session there.
Okay.
Have we
That was interesting.
have we actually told the guildmaster about what we saw in the
Yep.
church?
We did.
We have.
Not only that, but you also have Frank.
Although, to be fair, I don't think the Eldef would have any way to know about Frank necessarily. Unless they can detect mimics. But we have no way of knowing that. It's one way or the other.
But he writes reports.
He
He's
does.
writing the report that goes to the guildmaster. We've told no one else that we saw a child get murdered, have we?
The Killmaster has her.
Only the gods. We haven't told anyone else that I remember.
I mean, Flint and I kind of taunted the guy that did it, but we were subtle.
Totally subtle.
But anyway, before we get into a big conversation, because I know that we need to end off this session. But until then, thank you very much everyone for watching, and it's goodbye from me and goodbye from everyone else, and we will speak to you next time.
Bye.
Hasta luego.